Welcome to the Deep Dive, brought to you by Z2Gcast and One Cloud Consultants. Now, for those of you managing customer service, maybe leading support teams, or running your own businesses, you know the constant pressure, right? How do you keep customers coming back when everything feels like it's always shifting? Time and again, the key really boils down to, well, excellent customer service.
That's absolutely right. And in this deep dive, especially for the ZUGcast audience, we're really zeroing in on the strategies and the tools that can actually take your customer service up a notch. We pulled together a lot of information to try and bring you some truly actionable insights, things tailored to what you face day to day.
Exactly. So we're going to unpack why it's so crucial to connect with your customers kind of on their terms. We'll explore the benefits of smart self-service options, talk about empowering your support agents for, better performance, and of course, cover that non-negotiable piece, secure interactions. Our goal today, pretty simple. Give you practical knowledge to create smoother customer journeys, cut down those wait times, and ultimately drive higher satisfaction, both for your customers and your support teams.
Okay, let's dive in. Maybe start by looking at where your customers are actually spending their time online.
Yeah, it's fascinating to see how communication habits have really shifted. I mean, we all remember when email was pretty much the way businesses talk to customers. And while it's still there, sure, today's customers are engaging across, well, a whole range of digital channels. What's really critical for businesses to grasp, though, is that customers don't see these as separate silos. They expect a fluid, consistent experience as they move between them. And that's where this idea of an omni-channel approach really becomes so important. Right. So we're not just talking about being on a bunch of platforms. That sounds more multi-channel, where each chat or call is sort of isolated.
Exactly. Multi-channel is just presence. Omni-channel is about building a truly integrated, seamless experience. Think about it. A customer starts a chat online with a question.
Okay.
Maybe later they decide to call your support team, the agent who picks up that phone. They should ideally have access to that chat history instantly. They should be able just to pick up the conversation. No, can you tell me everything again?
Okay. That unified journey you mentioned, across every single touch point.
Precisely. And customer expectations for this kind of seamlessness, they're actually pretty high. We're seeing data showing, 72% of customers expect businesses to, understand their whole purchase journey, regardless of the channel.
72%, that's huge.
It is. And 69% expect the service itself to be consistent across all those channels. And maybe most telling, 38% actually anticipate that agents will already have their details handy before the interaction even starts.
Wow. Those numbers really hit home how much customers value their time. They expect businesses to be, informed and proactive. And it sounds like it's not just about making customers happier. There are real business benefits to doing omnichannel well.
Oh, absolutely. The data shows some really compelling advantages. Businesses that nail their omnichannel experience report seeing 4 times greater customer loyalty.
4 times.
Yeah. Plus a 47% higher net promoter score, that key metric for recommendations.
Right, NPS.
And an 8% bump in their customer satisfaction scores. These aren't small tweaks. They're significant impacts on really crucial business outcomes. That loyalty boost, it likely comes from just reducing friction. Customers feel understood, so they're way less likely to look elsewhere.
Okay, the why for omnichannel is definitely strong. So let's dig into the how, specifically looking at how customer channel preferences are changing. Our research pointed out some interesting types of digital consumers, didn't it?
Yeah, that was quite insightful. Recognizing that spectrum of digital engagement is key. You've got the digital by lifestyle group, about 23%. For them, digital's just baked into everything they do.
Okay, the super users.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Then the biggest group, digital by choice, around 35%, they actively choose digital tools as part of their routine. After that, digital by need at 25%, they go digital when it's necessary or just more convenient.
Makes sense.
And finally, the offline society, about 17%, who still mostly prefer non-digital interactions. Understanding these, especially that large digital by choice group, suggests businesses really need to focus on making digital channels super user-friendly and appealing. Can't just assume everyone's a digital native.
That's a really practical way to frame it, thinking about who you're trying to reach. And while, there's still that offline segment, the overall trend is clearly towards digital. And one area that's just exploded is messaging apps, right?
Exactly. I mean, these platforms are central to how people communicate every single day. Just look at the scale. WhatsApp, around 2.4 billion users globally. Huge in India, Brazil, the U.S.
Billions.
Yeah. Facebook Messenger, not far behind. 2.1 billion in the regions. Then WeChat, dominating China with 1 billion users. Telegram, 500 million. big in Central Asia, Middle East, and Line, 178 million, mostly Southeast Asia, Japan, Thailand.
Those numbers are just staggering. You really can't ignore that level of engagement. And it seems like for getting help or talking to businesses, messaging is becoming a go-to for a lot of people.
Indeed. Research actually shows messaging apps rank second most used channel for customer service among the main options. They've even overtaken things like email and live chat in some aspects, mostly because they're fast and people can multitask while they're using them.
Yeah, that makes total sense when you think about the downsides of other channels. Phone support often means waiting, and you're just stuck there on the line.
Right. Can't do anything else.
An email, while you can send it any time, the response isn't instant, and tracking those back and forths can get messy.
Mm-hmm.
Even live chat, great for real time, but often has limited hours, and picking up later isn't always easy.
Precisely. Which brings us back to this idea that, truly expanding your omnichannel presence isn't just ticking boxes for more channels. It's about creating genuinely integrated, personalized, and humanized experiences across the platforms your customers are already using. And instant messaging, it plays a really pivotal role in making that happen.
So, for the businesses listening on Zia Gcast, how can they really harness this huge use of instant messaging? How does it boost their customer service strategy?
Well, one really powerful way is to bring all those conversations, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, WeChat, Telegram, Line, into one single unified platform. This can be a total game changer, both for the customer experience and, frankly, for making your support team's lives easier.
Ah, for the agents. Yeah, I can imagine just hopping between different apps constantly must be incredibly inefficient.
Oh, totally. There's research suggesting a big chunk of support leaders say their agents spend most of their time just switching apps.
Yeah.
So a unified IM module, it basically kills that context switching.
Hmm?
All the messages from all those platforms funnel into one central spot. Ensures nothing gets missed, makes assigning tickets way more efficient, especially when things get busy.
Okay.
Plus, the interface often looks a lot like the messaging apps agents already use personally, so it's easier to pick up. And importantly, things like built-in profanity management. That helps create a safer, more positive space for your agents too.
That's a really crucial point, agent well-being. What about the interactions themselves? How does a unified IM module make those conversations better?
Well, several features help there, like a rich reply editor. Agents can share knowledge base articles, images, files, even emojis right in the chat.
More engaging than just text.
Exactly. Makes it more interactive, more informative. And making it easy for customers to start these chats is key too. Think QR codes, website buttons, simple links.
Right. Lower the barrier to entry.
Yeah. And for the agents, having all that context, the whole chat history, contact info, files shared all in one view, it just empowers them to give much better, more personalized support.
Sounds like a much clearer picture of the customer all in one place. What about managing all this? For the supervisors or managers?
Yeah, from a management angle, a good IM dashboard gives you really valuable insights. You can see which channels customers prefer, message volumes, agent performance metrics.
So better resource planning.
Definitely. Helps with staffing, understanding query types by channel, spotting areas to improve processes, plus things like canned responses and automated replies for common questions. Big efficiency boost. And the ability to send proactive messages, like with WhatsApp templates. That lets you give timely updates even if the customer hasn't reached out first.
That idea of native integration you touched on earlier sounds important too. Can you expand on why that's better than, say, just patching systems together with third-party tools?
Sure. Native integration, where the messaging apps are built right into your main customer service software, has some key advantages. First, it just means a smoother, more reliable flow of information. All your customer data stays centralized in one system.
Less chance of things breaking or data getting lost.
Exactly. Second, it simplifies things like staying compliant with privacy rules, like GDPR, and handling API updates from the messaging apps themselves. Your software vendor manages that directly.
Okay, takes that burden off the business.
Right. And finally, it often cuts costs. You avoid those extra fees for the third-party connectors. It's generally more streamlined, more efficient, and often cheaper in the long run.
And managing payments within the platform? That sounds like another handy feature for organization.
Yeah, definitely. If you handle transactions via messaging, keeping it all in one platform simplifies tracking, reporting, the whole thing. And an auto recharge option for the messaging costs just smooths out the admin side, ensures you don't run out of credit or whatever. Now, maybe we should shift gears a bit. Talk about another really crucial piece, especially for the Zidu Gcast audience looking to empower customers, self-service.
Absolutely. We've all seen self-service pop up everywhere, haven't we?
Mhm.
Like those self-checkouts at the supermarket or managing finances online. It really feels like customers increasingly expect that same kind of self-sufficiency from businesses they deal with.
That's a perfect analogy, the self-checkout. Retailers brought them in partly for staffing, sure, but also because customers wanted faster, more autonomous ways to just get things done.
Yeah.
The digital world, very
Yeah.
similar. And the demand for self-service is actually huge. Stats show something like 81% of customers want businesses to offer more self-service options.
81%.
Yet only about 11% of businesses are really prioritizing it, which, kind of sadly, leads to pretty low satisfaction. Only 15% are happy with the self-service they get.
Wow, that's a massive gap. Why the disconnect? Why are satisfaction levels so low if people want it?
Well, there are a few common mistakes businesses make. Sometimes they think, okay, launch the self-service tool, job done. They expect it to just run itself and cut agent workload
You
automatically.
said it and forget it.
Kind of, but if you don't monitor it, update it, keep the info fresh, it quickly becomes useless, or worse, gives wrong answers, which frustrates customers and actually increases agent workload, ironically.
Right, because now agents have to fix the mess.
Exactly. Another issue is lack of flexibility. Customers feel stuck in a rigid process, can't easily switch to get real help when they need it. And finally, maybe the most annoying thing, having to repeat information the business should already have.
Ugh, yes, the worst.
So it's definitely not just about throwing up a basic FAQ page. It needs to be way more thoughtful, integrated, and user-centric.
So, what are some of the more effective self-service options businesses listening to ZUGcast should be thinking about?
Well, a solid, well-kept knowledge base is absolutely fundamental. Your central library of articles, guides, troubleshooting tips. Customers need to be able to easily search it and find answers on their own time. Features like turning successful agent solutions into new articles or reminders to update old content, those are crucial for keeping it useful.
Keeping it alive, basically.
Yeah, AI-powered assistants, chatbots, they can also play a big role. Answering common questions instantly, guiding basic troubleshooting. And community forums, they can be great too. Peer-to-peer help, customers sharing experiences, building a community around your brand.
You also mentioned something called guided conversations. For our ZGcast listeners, what exactly is that? How does it differ from, say, a standard chatbot?
Right? Guided conversations. Think of it as a more proactive, more dynamic kind of self-service. It's a low-code platform designed to really improve the experience for both the customer and, interestingly, the agent too. So unlike a static knowledge base or a basic bot answering simple FAQs, guided conversations aims to empower customers to not just find info, but actually complete tasks independently.
Okay, so more action-oriented.
Exactly. All through an intuitive conversational flow. And importantly, it can also act like a little helper for your agents during live chats, helping them find info quickly, maybe even execute tasks right there in the chat. The big goal is to free up your agents from those routine, repetitive questions so they can focus on the complex stuff.
So more interactive, more task-focused. How does it actually work? How does it do things like track and order or update details?
A key piece of tech behind it is something called webhook functionality. Think of it like a secure messenger that lets guided conversations talk to your existing back-end systems, your databases, your order systems in real time.
Ah, okay. So it can pull live data.
Precisely. So a customer could start a guided flow to check their order status,
Hmm.
maybe make a payment, update their shipping address, all within that chat-like conversation. And similarly, an agent helping someone could use it to quickly pull up product specs or check inventory without having to dig around to different internal tools.
You mentioned it works across different industries. Could you give the ZUGcast audience a few concrete examples just to bring it to life?
Absolutely. Let's see, financial services. A customer could use it to request a statement, maybe temporarily block a lost card, make a loan payment, even start a loan application.
Okay, pretty powerful.
Yeah. E-commerce. Track orders, start a return, change the delivery address, ask about discount codes. Easy stuff via conversation. Education. Students could maybe access grades, submit work, pay fees, book a meeting with an advisor.
Right.
It really applies broadly. Healthcare appointments, test results, travel bookings, changes, refunds, food reservations, orders, even utilities, meter readings, bill payments. Lots of potential.
Sounds incredibly flexible. What about setting these things up? Does it need a team of developers?
That's one of the big pluses. It's designed with a no-code visual builder. You basically drag and drop blocks, define the conversation paths, set up variables for personalization. It's graphical.
So accessible even if you're not a coder.
Exactly. Makes it much easier to build and maintain these flows. You can embed images, emojis, videos to make it feel more human. And you can easily put these flows on your website or link to them via QR codes for messaging apps. Plus, you get good control over who sees which flows, different customer groups, different agent roles.
What if the guided conversation hits a wall? If it can't solve the customer's problem, are they just stuck?
No, absolutely not. That flexibility, that escape hatch is built right in. At any point, the customer should have a clear, easy option to switch seamlessly to a live chat with a person.
Okay, critical.
Or they could jump straight to the full knowledge base if they just want to browse. It ensures they always have a path forward, even for complex issues.
That easy path to a human is so important for keeping people happy. What about improving these flows over time? Can you see how they're performing?
Yes, the platform offers pretty robust metrics on the flows. You can see where people drop off, maybe identify confusing steps or bottlenecks, see which self-service options are actually resolving issues effectively. It's data-driven improvement.
Nice.
And of course, security is huge, especially with potentially sensitive data. Guided Conversations uses things like JWT authentication. That's a standard way to make sure only authorized people and systems can securely access info within the portal. Keeps customer data safe.
And you mentioned cross-platform continuity, starting on desktop, finishing on mobile.
Exactly. You might start a flow at your desk, then need to continue it on your phone later. Just by signing into the Help Center on the new device, you can pick up right where you left off. It's that seamless experience again.
Yep.
And maybe the coolest part is integrating guided conversations with instant messaging. Imagine updating your shipping address through a quick guided chat right inside WhatsApp. That's bringing self-service right into their daily apps.
That really does sound like empowering the customer. Okay, let's flip the coin now. Let's talk about the employees, the support agents using all these tools every day. How can businesses, like those tuning into ZUGcast, make their experience better, make their jobs more effective, maybe more satisfying?
That is such a critical piece of the puzzle. In today's job market, a good digital employee experience is just as vital as the physical office, especially for roles that live inside specific software all day.
Like support agents.
Exactly. They expect their tools to not just work, but to help them collaborate, be more productive, and honestly feel better about their job. For agents spending hours in support software, the usability, the accessibility, the whole design, it directly impacts their morale, their efficiency, and ultimately the quality of service they give your customers.
And I understand there's been a real focus on a new user interface designed specifically for this, for the agents.
Yes, the main goal of the new UI was really to boost usability for agents, which then naturally improves the service quality they deliver. It has interactive features right in the main ticket view. Agents can quickly change statuses, mark things read or unread, copy details without even opening the ticket fully.
Little time savers.
They add up. And the detailed contact view. It clearly distinguishes between internal private notes and public replies. Helps with communication and decisions for agents and managers. Overall, the aim was clean, responsive, intuitive, easy to use.
Those small interactions can definitely save a lot of clicks over a day. What about personalization? Can agents tweak their own view?
Yeah, letting agents personalize their workspace can make a surprisingly big difference to their comfort, focus, and productivity. The new system offers options to change the display layout, pick different visual themes, maybe easier on the eyes.
What a dark mode.
Exactly. Night mode is in there. Choose preferred fonts, font sizes, even the editor font for typing replies. These might seem minor, but together they can really improve an agent's daily experience and make the work environment feel better, more efficient.
Absolutely. A comfortable setup definitely helps with engagement. You also mentioned digital accessibility for our ZUGcast listeners. Why is that so important in support software?
Right, digital accessibility. Fundamentally, it's about making sure everyone, regardless of ability or disability, can easily use the software. In today's digital workplace, it's just crucial that all employees have the same ease of use, the same access. When agents can interact with their main tools without barriers, they can work faster, more accurately, and give better support. It's about building an inclusive digital space where everyone can do their best work.
So what specific accessibility controls are built into this new UI?
Several key things were added. For cognitive disabilities like dyslexia, there are layout adjustments to reduce clutter. Options to highlight key info like ticket IDs, contact details, make links clear.
Okay, improving readability.
Yeah. For focus challenges, features like emphasize focused areas,
Uh-huh.
puts a border around what you're looking at and reading masks, which isolate text sections, can really help reduce distractions. For conditions sensitive to visual effects, like photosensitive epilepsy, there are animation controls to manage or turn off transitions.
Thoughtful.
And for visual impairments, low vision, color blindness, there are options to significantly adjust font size, zoom levels, different color themes, brightness controls, all to optimize visibility and cut down eye strain.
It's really great to see that level of inclusivity baked into the software design.
Okay, finally, let's touch on something absolutely fundamental for any business today. Secure experiences, protecting customer data.
Yeah, you can't separate personalization and security in today's world. They're totally linked. Customers expect personalized service, yes, but they also have a fundamental right to demand their data is handled securely, transparently, and with respect for their privacy. Building and keeping that trust, it's absolutely essential for any long-term customer relationship. So what specific privacy controls are there to give customers more control over their own information?
Well, there are several features aimed at empowering customers. The system has tools to manage data subject requests efficiently. That's key for GDPR and similar regulations. Lets users access, fix, or delete their data easily.
Giving them control.
Right. Customers also often get control over things like read receipts in emails, giving them a say in how they interact that way. And from the business side, having regular scheduled data backups for all the help desk data. That provides a critical safety net, protects against data loss, ensures business continuity, peace of mind, really.
So it's a layered approach, addressing individual customer rights and the overall system security and integrity. Well, this has been a really insightful, really comprehensive deep dive into, well, all the critical parts of modern customer
It
service.
has been. We've covered a lot of ground, haven't we?
Mm.
From, why omnichannel strategies are so necessary now, meeting customers where they are, to the power of integrating instant messaging seamlessly into support. We also hit on empowering customers with really robust self-service like guided conversations and, crucially, enhancing the experience for your own teams with user-friendly, accessible tools. And underpinning it all, that foundation of trust built through solid data security and privacy practices.
And as we've talked about throughout, despite all the constant change in business, in the economy, one thing stays true, doesn't it? That fundamental importance of building strong customer loyalty. Prioritizing great customer service isn't just, a nice thing to do. It's absolutely foundational for long-term success.
Which really brings us to a key takeaway for you, our ZUGcast listener. Take a moment, really think about how the strategies and tools we discussed today can not only meet your customers where they are right now, but also help you anticipate their future needs and ultimately build that lasting loyalty that'll serve your business for years to come.
And to explore in more detail how these solutions could actually work within your own organization and maybe take an even deeper dive into enhancing your overall customer service strategy, specifically for the ZUG Cast audience, please do visit https.onecloudconsultants.com.